Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, as usual, several stories to tell you, several things to touch about. We talk about players, about legends, about structure of the clubs, also about top names, of course. Let's jump into it together. Here we are, guys, always time to give you news, always time to give you updates. I remind you to subscribe to the channel, to be part of the family here on YouTube, because every single day we are here delivering, giving you all the latest and preparing for a busy summer transfer window. Let me start today, guys, by mentioning the situation of Alejandro Garnacho. Mentioning the situation of Garnacho because in the last 2-3 days we had many reports on Garnacho. One specific report talking about Garnacho leaving Chelsea in the summer transfer window. Well, we now have the reaction from Chelsea and coming directly from the manager, Liam Rosenior, who goes public and says, I don't know where this story is coming from, but Garnacho is 21, Garnacho can have really special skills. And my job, said Liam Rosenior, is to make him able to do his best for the club. So the message from Liam Rosenior is a message of trust for Alejandro Garnacho. It's been a complicated season for the Argentinian winger, but at the moment the message coming from Chelsea manager is quite clear, that Chelsea still want to believe in Garnacho and still want to trust Garnacho. Well, what I understand, guys, is that in general Chelsea approach to the market could also include the possibility to add a winger to the squad for season 26-27, and so to have one more player up front in that position, on the winger position. Then we have to understand several things before we can mention Chelsea names, plans, exits, incomings, and it's obviously Champions League football. Champions League football is crucial for Chelsea, of course, for Chelsea planning, for Chelsea views, for Chelsea ideas. It's also going to be important to understand how they're going to continue in the Premier League, because the last 4 games under Liam Rosenior have been terrible, with 0 goals scored and 4 defeats. So obviously there are several things to check at Chelsea before mentioning any player. Now there is a public positioning on the Garnacho situation, also because as of today, guys, there is nothing into reports of clubs working on a deal to sign Alejandro Garnacho. There are no bids or no concrete negotiations. So at the moment the situation is completely on standby around Garnacho. So I would describe that as a cold situation as of now. Then something changing, I will let you know here, as always, every single day. But now we have the positioning also of Chelsea manager Liam Rosenior. Then, guys, a big surprise, a big story. In this case, is not a transfer, but could be seen as a transfer from the youth, from the academy to the first team. Because for Cristiano Ronaldo fans, this could be a big day. Reports from Saudi, and I can confirm that. I can confirm this information about Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., who is about to turn 16 years old in June. Al Nassr board of directors, Al Nassr technical staff, Al Nassr people are seriously considering to include Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., 16 years old, as part of the first team from next season 26-27. Al Nassr are doing very well in the Saudi Pro League, leading the table, getting closer to their title. The first under Cristiano Ronaldo league title would be obviously a big achievement. But this is the news about Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. The 16, now 15, about to turn 16 years old in June, could be part of the Al Nassr first team training, and we will see if he will be included also in the squad in official games in season 26-27. That's important, obviously, because Cristiano Ronaldo always had this dream to play at least a few games together with his son. That would be a dream for Cristiano Ronaldo himself. And this becomes now a serious possibility. Al Nassr have still not made an official decision on this, but this is a possibility. They are considering internally. They are assessing the best options possible for the future of Cristiano Jr., considering his potential. And so, keep an eye on this one, because it could be a huge moment in 2026-2027 with Cristiano Ronaldo and Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. eventually together. Then, guys, when we talk about Real Madrid legends, Toni Kroos got an award, the Laureus Sport Award, in the last 24 hours. Toni Kroos was mentioning his experience at Real Madrid, sending some important messages about being a team all together, putting egos aside. So the messages from Toni Kroos were really, really important. And well, after this, many of you keep asking me, how is the situation with Toni Kroos' return at Real Madrid from next season? Look, guys, what I can tell you on this, I was already discussing about this topic, and to keep you updated on this, my understanding is that there is really important people at Real Madrid pushing for this possibility. To bring Toni Kroos back, obviously not as a player, as part of the management structure, is still not clear the role. So before saying it's getting closer or not, they need to meet with Toni Kroos and discuss what kind of role would be, if that's appealing to Toni Kroos. What I can tell you is that Toni Kroos feels real love for Real Madrid, and Toni Kroos would be open to returning to Real Madrid one day. But the role is obviously something important. You cannot say just yes for any role. You need to understand what kind of job you would have, what kind of opportunities. So there is still work to do before saying, okay, Toni Kroos is about to return to Real Madrid, Toni Kroos is going back to Real Madrid. We need to be patient, we need to understand how the eventual conversations will go, we need to understand the manager's situation at Real Madrid, because obviously the manager at Real Madrid is not just a manager, is the face of the project, and that's going to be important in order to understand many things. But Real Madrid internally are tempted by the return of Toni Kroos, waiting to understand the eventual role, if that's appealing for Toni, who is for sure still in love with Real Madrid as a club. And then, guys, just to finish also on Real Madrid, many questions in the last 24 hours on reports coming from England, from very good sources in England, about Aurelien Tchouameni and Manchester United. Guys, just to be clear, I told you, Man United will go for 2 midfielders in the summer. Let's see if it's going to be more, but at the moment the indication is 2 midfielders in the summer. And Manchester United want to sign important names, not small names. So, for sure, Man United are considering several midfielders. Now, I told you already in February, March, it's useless to come here every week and mention different names. Because Man United will decide on midfielders later on. There are some players they really appreciate. Elliot Anderson I already mentioned to you, Sandro Tonali as well. So there are some players they really like. Tchouameni is for sure appreciated, but at the moment from Real Madrid they are not receiving any indication of doors open about a potential exit in the summer transfer window. So at the moment, who doesn't appreciate Aurelien Tchouameni? But to even think about any possibility to get him, you need to understand what Real Madrid want to do. And at the moment, from Real Madrid, there are no indications of club intention to get rid of Aurelien Tchouameni. Then we will see which kind of players Manchester United want to bring in. For sure, Elliot Anderson is one of the names, but Manchester City are on it as well. So it's going to be a big midfielders summer, I told you. But at the moment, that's the situation on Aurelien Tchouameni. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. and Cristiano together. Imagine what would be. And then Toni Kroos and Real Madrid come back. Alejandro Garnacho, Aurelien Tchouameni. Your opinion here in comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.